Hello, Jai Shri Krishna, everybody.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Yeah, welcome to our 100th episode. Oh my God.
We did it, right?
Yeah, we did. Yes. And first of all, thank you everybody for following us for the last 100 episode. I personally want to thank 𝗘𝗽𝗶𝘀𝗃, and Raj for saying yes to me, for starting this chat and for commitment of showing up every week. So આજે અમે 100 episode celebrate કરવા માટે a special guest આવ્યા છે. Mike and Darren, they're the one who found this business system. And together, we have helped so many people, with this business. And today you will hear directly from our founders. So welcome, Mike and Darren.
Hi. Hello. Thanks
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank
Yeah,
you
thank
so much
you.
for joining
Thank
us
you so
today.
much for
This is our
accepting.
special episode.
Yeah. Yeah, so I like you guys to do your brief introduction, and then we'll all each ask questions.
Okay. So I'm Darren. He's Mike. We started this business just over 9 years ago, and we're from Canada, but the business itself is global. That's one of the beauties of working online. You can market anywhere in the world. And we never thought it would get as big as it's got,
Yes.
because it really has gone global. And we've now got
over 250,000 people
in our Facebook group. And we just came off of our big convention that we had, and we had 𝗘𝗽𝗶𝘀𝗃 as one of our guest speakers, and a couple other
Rob Dial.
Really big names, and it just keeps growing bigger and bigger.
Oh wow, that's amazing! Yeah, well, me and 𝗘𝗽𝗃 were actually in the convention, and we enjoyed the convention so much, and we still have that energy that we're carrying. Yeah. So today, like I said, we're going to all ask you one question, and my first question to you is. A lot of people ask me, how is this business different from other online businesses out there? So I would love for you to share what makes this model unique.
Well, I think the answer to that is really also interesting, because that answer probably, if you'd asked me 5 years ago, would be very different than what it is even today. Because the online space just continues to change so quickly and so dramatically. And I think in some ways it's become kind of more scary than it ever did or ever was in the past, right? We continuously see more scams creep into the online space and new ways for people to take advantage of people. And so I think on our side, those of us that are running these legitimate businesses, you have to constantly keep bringing in new procedures to make sure that everything is secure as possible, and to make sure that people are looked after in new ways. And it's interesting on a system side how that has evolved over the years. I think our point of difference has always been the support and the community, the compassion that is built into our business model. That makes it so special.
And I think one other main thing too is that we have products from reputable companies that we work with, where a lot of other businesses out there that I've seen, especially online, they are like a crypto based or some kind of thing like that, like trading or something, where there's no actual product, no products that they work with. So they're not, you're just paying money to something, hoping, like as an investment, hoping that you're going to make money. But most of those, I've never seen any of those that work. I'll be honest. I've seen, because in the 9 years we've been doing this business, we've seen those come and go so many times, or they go through different countries because they get banned in one country, and then they go to another country, and then they get banned in that country. So that's what I would say is the main thing that sets it apart. one of those things where you're just selling, or I've seen other ones where they're just selling you. The whole thing is learn how to market online, and then you're selling the training, learn how to market online.
Yeah.
Like a master
It's
resell
just one
thing.
big resell thing.
Yeah.
And I guess, just to pick up on that point then, what sets us apart really is longevity.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been doing this for 9 years now. We're coming up on a decade. I mean, in the online space, that's like 1,000 years at this point, right?
Yeah.
And our main supplier's been around for over 50 years. I mean, that's half a century, right?
Yes.
So I think that is a point of difference, really. When you are in the online space that long, it really shows that you've got stability built in. And, it's easy to crack into the online space, and it's easy to start an online business, but it's also easy to disappear, right?
Yeah. And like running through this business successfully through the COVID pandemic and until now, and with having the different, every time we have updates and we kind of go with those updates with this system, with this business. So, I mean, it shows itself that this business is legitimate and anybody can do the business. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I love our system the most because I don't have to chase people; they come to us. I mean, I've seen other businesses where you have to always be constantly chasing after our clients or something, but here it's not the same. It's attraction marketing, so they actually reach out to me. I didn't even want to market this to our friends and family, and they come to me and say, "What are you doing?" So that's the beauty about this business. Yeah. Yuri, you want to go next with your question?
Yes, for sure. And I would like to say I have done product selling in the past, like before 2 years. So I know the difference when we have a solid foundation. So it makes a huge difference for me because I was doing everything on my own and I know my struggle back then. So I can say this is the best thing that happened to me and my family. And thank you so much to both of you that you took that courage and you built the whole system from the scratch. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you.
And for me, I know like most of the people are struggling with job security and they are struggling more related to the AI thing because things are changing quickly, right? So we have talked about it in our lives, like when we go live on Monday. So I would like to hear it from you, like your opinion or your point of view when we say that we can build a legacy for our family for the next generation. So what would you say about that?
Well, I think that's really the beauty of owning your own business, really, is the legacy. You decide, is legacy important to you? Because it's not for everybody, right? And I think legacy is also an interesting thing because I've always been the first to say to people, whose legacy are you building? Whose dreams are you building? Because when you're working for somebody else, it's not yours, right? You're helping them build their dreams. You're helping them build their legacy. But when you are your own boss and you're working for yourself, you're doing it all on your terms. And so, if leaving something for future generations in your family is important to you, absolutely you can do it. And what I love about the online space is that it's not going anywhere, right? I mean, you mentioned AI. I think we live in a world right now where so many jobs are about to get annihilated forever. The world is just on the cusp of changing completely because of AI. So many jobs are going to be gone. But in the online space, I can tell you 1,000% that's not leaving anywhere, right? And so if you are lucky enough to have a business rooted in the online space in 2025, you can still leave a legacy for your future generations. Not every industry can say that.
No, especially because it's unlike a job where your income is usually capped. It's not when you have your own business, and especially working online, it's a lot more lucrative even than most traditional style business, like a brick and mortar business, where there's always a high overhead because you've got, like a store space to rent or whatnot. With this, there's very little overhead, so the profit margin is very high. So you can build that legacy a lot faster than you could with a business.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, and that's the best gift we can give to our children or to our family, right, in today's world, because there are so many uncertainties out there.
That's true. Raj, you want to go with your question?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, first of all, to showing up for our 100 episode, and thank you for being always like showing up. Like anytime we text you, and you will be like in 10 minutes. Okay, we'll do that. So I always love that. For I usually got a lot of questions in from my community that what if someone's failed with this business, or how sooner we can get the success with this business. So what's your opinion on that?
Do you want to go first on this one, or should I?
I think it's different for everybody because it is truly your own business. So, some people come in, they make money their first day. I've seen it in the business. Other people, it takes a lot longer, because it's all how much work and effort they're going to put into it. Everybody, it's all self-guided training, so everybody goes at their own pace. So if you're really motivated, then you can come in and earn a lot faster than somebody who might join and then maybe they are pretty comfortable in their life, and so they're not as motivated to actually like go through the training and get everything all up and running, get their business going faster. And then I think with anything, there's always a possibility of failure, no matter what you do. People get fired from their job, right? Like that doesn't. There's no guarantee in life. I wish I could say there's a guarantee that if you join this business, you're going to be successful, but there's nothing like that in life. People go to university and get a degree for 8 years of school, and then they still don't end up finding a job in the field that they went to school for, right? There's no guarantee there either. So,
I think we've probably honestly been asked that question, if I was counting, probably about 2.69 million times. And I find that 99% of the time when somebody asks us, will people fail in this job, or how soon will I start making money? It's because they've never actually had a business before. And they don't understand the difference between owning a business and being an employee. Because when you're an employee, you know that if you go to work today, probably in 2 weeks or maybe a month, you're going to get a paycheck. You always know when that paycheck lands, right? So you always know when you get paid. And you probably, hopefully, will know if you're failing before you get fired so that you can fix it. It's a different situation, right? Owning a business is not like buying a lottery ticket. You don't suddenly, on the date of the winnings, become a winner or a loser. It's not like that. There's this amazing in-between space that happens. And so if you're not a winner in a week, you could be a winner in 2 weeks. You could be a winner in a month or a year or 10 years, right? We have got people in our community now, because again, it's been almost a decade, where they've done nothing for like 5 years. And then all of a sudden they pop out of nowhere and they're making thousands of dollars in a month, right? And to everybody else, it looks like, oh my gosh, they've just appeared and they're suddenly making money. But you know what? No, they were going through the motions, right? They were going through all the things on the back end.
Or they weren't ready.
The timing just wasn't right.
Sometimes people start and life comes up, and
that's it.
You have the death in the family, or they're going through something else, a health issue or something, and so but then they'll come back, right, when they're ready.
And I noticed this in the online space especially. It's really easy for people to be watching from the outside, and it's like watching TV. They all of a sudden they just see this success story online, and they're like, "Wow, that was fast." Well, actually, it wasn't. Right? People look at us and they're like, "Wow, these guys, they're absolutely killing it in the online space. That's so fast." Well, no. I mean, it took 10 years to get to this point, and before that, it took another 10 years in the online space, in another field. Right? There's all of this stuff that happens on the back end that will decide if you are a success or a failure. And a large part of it is up here.
Mindset.
All of us as business owners, we've got to hold ourselves accountable. And if we're not willing to do that, then it's impossible to be successful. Because when you're an employee, it's your boss or your supervisor that's always pushing you to do better. Working for yourself, you have to push yourself to do better. And ultimately, are you doing better or not? The only person who really knows is you, because again, you're the business owner. Right? So it's such a loaded question. Do people fail in our business? Absolutely. Do people change their legacy of their families for future generations? Absolutely. What's the difference factor? It's the person. It's always the person.
Yeah.
I think mindset has a lot to do with it. If you think positive and be consistent, you have better chance of being successful. We do a lot of training on mindset in our community, and I've changed my mindset even personally, since I joined the business. So amazing.
Yeah, I always say entrepreneurs, business owners, what they really are, they're problem solvers.
Yes.
Every single day, something comes up and it's up to you to fix it. And you'll either enjoy that process or you won't.
Yeah.
The beauty of it in our business, of course, because we've got the community and the support behind it, is you're not the only one who has to figure it out. Probably somebody's been through the same thing, or at least at a minimum, you've got some kind of moral support along the way, right? But ultimately, if you don't fix it, then who will? And I think that's a key part of the success story for people.
Yeah, I think 𝗘𝗽𝗶𝘀cie is having some technical
difficulties.
So go ahead with your
somehow my side is not working probably today. It's keep kicking me out and then getting
That's okay. Oh.
No.
I think she'll come back just in a minute. Give her a minute. There you go.
Yeah.
There she is.
Here's I'm again. Yeah. So sorry for this. Yeah. So I will be quick before it kicking me out too. So my question is to you guys is like, so many inquiries we get is like, is this business legit or not? Even though we provide all the answers and shows like our 1099 everything, but still they have somewhere before they're taking the trial, or after even they are in the trial period, they always have this question: is this business legit or not? So what do you guys like want to say it on that one?
Well, and again, I think that's a very fair question to ask these days. In the online world, there's just so many scary things happening. It's good to be skeptical, right? But I think it's a fine line between being skeptical and not taking action. Because if you let your skepticism and your fear hold you back from everything, then nothing's ever going to change. And it's different, right? Like, it's not like you're going on a website to buy a $20,000 product of some sort and hope that it actually ships. This is like, checking out a business opportunity. And what we do with all of our people is, we always offer a full 30-day refund policy, so people can check it out and decide if they like what they see. We give them all the information they need, and then they've got a full 30 days to really ultimately ask for their money back. And
that's why we offer the trial, right? So people can see, they can do their due diligence.
Get a good feel for us, and if they like what they see.
Like you mentioned, we all pay our taxes, Some of us more than others.
Well,
depending on how much money you make, you could pay more tax. Right?
Funny story. We have people who will buy into our program and they'll refund right away. And they do that just to see if we're actually legit. And then they get their money back, and then they buy again right away and we're like, are you okay? Like, is everything going on over here? Like, oh yeah, I just wanted to see if you'd actually give me my money back.
I was one of them. I refunded and I came back.
I have few people too. Like, I just told them if you can just pay for the trial and take the refund right away, that's build your trust too. Like, it is legit, and what we are offering, we are on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If you have time, I'd like to ask one more time. I had this question the other day from one of my lead who was willing to pay, but then the husband came on the line on the phone, and they goes, what is the name of the company and where is it registered? So, I kept saying, do the 30-day trial but then they really wanted to know the name of the company. So how do you address that question?
Okay. Well, ultimately, we're a network of mentors, right? So each and every one of us is our own business entity.
That's what I said.
All of us are basically the gateways to the overall program, to this global community. I think this is hard for people to kind of wrap their heads around if they're used to working in a place physically, right? We were talking to somebody the other day, and he's like, where's your office?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's what he asked too, because where is the physical location? I said,
I am the
physical location.
Yeah. But
same thing.
The day has changed. The world has changed, right? If you think about the biggest organization in the world that provides the most housing doesn't own any property. It's Airbnb. If you think about the organization that offers the biggest transportation option available,
It's Uber.
It's Uber,
They don't
right?
own any cars.
So this world is completely different. And so it's hard for people to really wrap their heads around, well, you know, where are you based and where's your office and all of these kinds of antiquated concepts because
And what I always tell people too, like when they join, they're going to be deciding their own name, right? And then we help them with branding and everything around that.
Yeah.
So they're going to be picking out what they want to call themselves.
and ultimately, I think, you know, the key part of this whole process, this whole learning process that everybody goes through when they join our program is they decide who they want to work with in the first place. And so that's why all of our people have websites. That's why all of our people are online. They get to see you. They get to learn about you. They get to know you and to decide if they know, like, and trust you. If they know, like, and trust you, then they buy into the program, right? And so for them to ask, where are you based, is kind of almost funny, really, because they've already been following you. They've already been listening to you. They've already been probably talking to you. And it's kind of an odd question almost at that point, right? And so I think, you know, it's kind of helping people understand that we live in a new world. It's a different kind of way that business works now than it did even, especially online. I mean, even 10 years ago, right? Compared to 20 years ago. I mean, sometimes Darren and I will take a step back and we often wonder, we talk about this all the time because in our lifetime, so much has changed, right? I mean, our generation didn't have computers when we were kids. And now we've got supercomputers. We've got quantum computers.
Yeah.
Our generation, I mean, I remember when I was a kid, you know, like we were holding up like tinfoil and color up the TV to get better reception, you know, like, and now, I mean, I'm watching TV on this thing. I mean, it's crazy how fast things have changed. And so I think, you know, sometimes when you get these questions from people, it's just because, you know, they're not in it. And so they just haven't experienced that massive evolution like the rest of us have.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for answering that question. And thank you, Mike and Darren, for joining us and celebrating our 100th episode.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We do really appreciate that, your
Really
time and effort and everything you put into the dream teams and all.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. And to everybody watching, we just want to say thank you for supporting us through these 100 episodes. Whether you've been there from beginning or just found us, we are very grateful for you guys. If you want to know more about what this business is and how you can start, just send us a message and we will send you a complimentary webinar so you can learn more and see if it's the right fit for you. આવી જ રીતે તમે સપોર્ટ આપતા રહેજો અને બીજાને પણ ઇન્સ્પાયર કરો. જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.